In September of 2007, Jordan Burnham's life changed forever.
That was my senior year of high school, and I attempted suicide by going out of my 9-story bedroom window. And so I broke everything on my left leg, my pelvis, my jaw, had fractures to my skull, and I was pretty much given a 40% chance to live.
But Burnham did more than just beat the odds.
Through all of those injuries and devastating injuries, somehow was able to tell my story.
While still in the hospital, Burnham was asked to do an interview by a reporter from the Philadelphia Inquirer.
I think everyone thought I would say no, but I said yes because I figured that to survive 9 stories, this is important, not just for myself to keep this a secret. I want to share this story with other people so that whoever has depression, any mental health disorder, is thinking about suicide, sees this story and doesn't go through with it.
Burnham never imagined that his story would end up on the front page of the paper and gain recognition from all over the country. But he says he's glad it did.
I would have been content with physically being in a wheelchair, but I was not going to be content with this story being a secret.
That was just the beginning for Burnham. 6 years later, and the motivational speaker is still telling his story to students across the country. And on Wednesday, the 24-year-old brought his story to Stamford High School.
I think it's important in every school, but especially at Stamford High School, where I know they're in the community, not only in Stamford, but in the community, there have been some tragedies regarding suicide.
After Burnham spoke, one brave Stamford High student got up in front of her peers to tell her story of how she also struggled with suicide and depression.
I just can't even put into words how brave I thought that was of her. And I would say they were very ready for this message. And that came across by how many students came and talked to me afterwards.
Burnham says he will continue to tell his story. He says a Hollywood motion picture is in the works and maybe even a book. But regardless of the platform, he says it's important to open the conversation. In Stamford, Samantha McKelvey, It'sRelevant.com.